we are back. We took a couple days off, a week, I guess.
Yeah. No,
Almost
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Girl, we took the holidays. We need to breathe. There's too much shit to do. Fuck.
Too much. I'm glad we did, though. You know, it really allowed us to concentrate on occupying our children, because that's really what the break is about. It's not a break for the adult.
It's not a break for
No,
the
it's
adults.
not.
It's actually worse.
I got less sleep during this break than I do.
It's worse.
Right?
When they're home, when you get to this stage of motherhood where your kids are now in school, like full time,
yes,
you just you don't realize how much freedom you have until they're on a break and they're home all the time, eating all the food and doing all the stuff. Like December kicked my ass. We had Elf on the Shelf. My kids got strep again for this second time. So 10 days of antibiotics.
Too much.
Christmas and New Year's.
Everyone was sick. Everyone that I spoke with was getting sick.
Are they just releasing viruses into the air? Because everybody's getting sick at the same time. But it's like everybody's getting sick at the same time. We're all washing our hands just as much as ever. And I feel like we're going places less. So I'm not really sure like where do we keep getting this from?
I don't know, but I hope everyone recovers and continues to cover themselves when they're coughing and sneezing.
Elbow, crease it, please.
Elbow, please. Yes. There was actually a New York Times article about coughing in New York. There's a cough going around New York. Ugh. And everyone's doing this cough. And they can't seem to figure out what this cough is from.
Disgusting.
But if you're interested, go read it. It was entertaining, to say the least.
It's a bronchitis going around, though, too.
Ooh, yes. I had pneumonia this time last year. And a friend of mine got pneumonia as well. Like a lot of people are, I feel like pneumonia is one of those things where I couldn't even imagine it impacting me. And then when it happened, you like really fear for your life.
No, my dad had it a couple years ago around this time, and he was sick for months. Like he was going short-term disability. Like it was so bad. And my dad never gets sick.
Yeah,
it took him down.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wishing a fast recovery to anyone who's feeling it right now and going through it.
Wash your hands, you filthy animals.
Yeah, exactly. What did you get for Christmas? What came through?
Okay, so I got my laser hair removal thing, my IPL.
We knew this would happen.
Amazing.
Come on, Donald. Come on, Donald. Happy birthday, Donald, by the way.
Happy birthday, Donald. He turned 40 and fabulous. Woo! So happy birthday to him. But
40.
Yeah, the big 40. He's like, it was weird.
What's the thing for 40? Is it 40 and fabulous, or is there like a 40 and forget it? Like, is there
I don't know.
A rhyming
Lordy,
scheme?
Lordy, look who's 40.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He's 40, so
like dirty 30s and then 40 naughty 40s, or is there something?
Yeah, I think it's just
gotta be something.
Just old just and 40. So
they do say 40 to the new 20s though, 40s to the new 30s.
It has to be, because there wasn't even cards like birthday cards for 40. I was like, oh, this is like nobody even cares anymore. There was like 50, fucking 85. I was like, who the hell's in the Dollar Tree shopping for a card for somebody happy 85th birthday? Like, I feel like you would go to Hallmark for that. Like, that's pretty,
Yes.
Yeah, no, there was nothing. I should have bought one that was like for a 4-year-old and just put a little 0 at the end.
Put a little 0.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I got my laser hair removal thing, and then which I was pumped about that. Really hope he used that $40 coupon that was on Amazon. We'll see, $40 off. But I also got my first pair of Doc Martens at my big age. Like, and the kids got matching ones too, so it's super cute. These are my first pair. I always wanted them growing up, but we were like too poor, so I could never.
Of course.
Like, Doc,
I wanted the low top.
You want some lugs? You can get some lugs. It's just like when I wanted Tim's, and it was like, we don't have Tim's money. Like, we don't have Timberland money. Get some lugs or something else. Yeah, so yeah, love them. So excited. Like,
did you get white?
No, I got black. I got black. I got the OG.
Ooh, so you're gonna be stomping everything.
Yeah, I can't wait. I already wore them once.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
I love this word. They kind of make you feel like you know when there's certain clothing that just makes you feel better?
Yeah.
Like I remember putting on my first dogs and being like, I am the shit.
Yeah.
Like you feel confident.
It's like,
and there needs to be more clothing.
Is this
like
how people feel when they get their like first Louboutins? Like
exactly.
Red bottoms?
Exactly.
Got them tan bottoms. Got them tan bottoms.
I love Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. They're great.
So, what'd you get?
Well, I got noodles.
Noodles. Noodles are noodles.
I got Momofuku noodles, which I will say this because I did warn everyone at the beginning of the podcast series here that I don't really like Christmas hasn't really been a thing for me in the sense of like rushing under the tree and seeing gifts. We just don't do it anymore. But my very kind and just incredible sister-in-law got me Momofuku noodles, and she got the whole set. I guess you can get the whole set, and she got like the soy sauce and then the seasoning salts, and so it's like a whole kit. Oh, and when I tell you, it sounds so
delicious. I don't even know this brand, this company. I don't know them, but this sounds.
David Chang, world-renowned chef, founder of Momofuku restaurants. This noodle package is everything I ever wished for in life. Takes you 4 minutes to make the noodles.
You can't beat
3 minutes if you have wavy noodles.
You can't beat that.
Tingly noodles. And they're spicy, sweet and spicy. Like this is not an ad. This is not an ad. Like I'm telling you, I have been eating them every second day.
No, see, I can't. My kids can never find out about this because I'll never financially recover. Like I will be eating them all the time.
They are.
We'll be eating them all the time.
I always saw them on Instagram, and I was always like, "Oh, the hype."
I'm sure I'll see them on Instagram now that you said it out loud on your right phone.
The demos are going to be popping up. No, I really thought like, oh, I'll just wait. Like they can't be any different than a Mr. Noodle. Like I was really low-key hating, like just low-key shade. And I love David Chang. Like I love all his stuff. Oh, here's the mommy. It's happening right now. Wait, we're going to pause for a moment. All right. Well, now that that's taken care of, where were we? Noodles. Yes. So I've been adding tofu. I've been adding just beans. Like you can add whatever you want to the dish.
Yeah.
And it just makes it better and better and better. But on its own, just like the little sauce packet. Ooh-wee. Chef David, he killed it. Like it's $1 billion business.
Is this like online only orders or like where can you get it from the store?
So. No, I don't want to say anything that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a direct to customer only, which would make them even
D2C. Okay.
Greater.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They are doing it. And so I already know that I'm gonna subscribe. Like I know I'm gonna be
They got you. You're in.
Add me to the list. Put me on the mailing list.
Yep.
I will advocate for them. Like I will be there. I will champion this brand.
Okay. I'm gonna order them to my dad's house for when we come to Vancouver because when my kids are then addicted, I'll be like, oh no, it's only in Canada. Sorry. That'll be my out. That'll be my out.
So my brother sent them to our brother in Portugal 6 months ago, and they just arrived now.
No, wait, what? What in the supply chain?
So I told him, I said, I have reason to believe someone took that Momofuku out because there is no way.
Somebody picked it out of the thing. There's no way.
For sure. It literally just arrived. Because my brother, so he comes here from Portugal and he will fill his suitcase with noodle
as he should.
Yeah, because for him, like he's raised on the food here, and he says that there's like no
place
good
like
Asian food there.
Yeah.
And so he will take packs with him. And he basically was like, I need to try whatever this thing is.
Just throw it in the bag. Yep.
Yeah. So that was my that was my
your Christmas
present.
Oh my god, I love this.
That's it. That was it. Can't think of what else I got. Apologies to anyone that did give me something that.
Apologies to all the other gift givers.
Was overlooked by the noodles.
No, the noodles took over.
It's a go. And sometimes it's like that, you know, there's that one, like for you, it was probably like you got the laser removal thing and nothing else mattered because that's really what you wanted.
Yeah.
Right. So, but on the topic of the noodles, it was my first time having spice since having my son.
I'm very shocked, appalled, and disappointed that you have just been living a spiceless life. Like, what? You're African. What do you mean this is for your first time having spice?
I was not prepared. Like, after I had a child, I was like, you know what? Let me just ease back into the spice.
But
ordered
why?
Indian food.
You couldn't eat it while you're pregnant? Like, what, you had like bad reactions or what?
I didn't want heartburn. I just didn't even want to risk nothing. I was like, listen, I'm just gonna keep it bland.
So we don't even really know if there was a reason for you to stop the spice. You just like were like, let me just ease off of it.
Volunteer.
Just voluntarily. It couldn't be me. No, it couldn't be me.
So but these noodles, they don't tell you. This is one of those creeper spices. So there's not like
a 1 pepper, 2 pepper, 3 pepper, like this is like 10 pepper fire.
You put the pack, even Justin, okay? Justin eats spice regularly. He was like, whoa! Like we were both drinking cups of almond milk, just like chugging back.
Okay, this is hot. Then it's very spicy. My nose
was running. Like it was a full, like I felt I was getting exfoliated through my pores. Like,
just whole peppers just popping out of your face, just coming out the pores.
Yeah. Oh the sweet and spicy one didn't do that. The sweet and spicy one was like it was doing a hot cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it felt like that. It felt like going in a sauna and then running into a cold plunge.
Meanwhile, taste buds just jumping into freaking active volcano on the other ones.
Yes. Yeah. It was crazy. What's the spiciest thing you ever had?
I mean, my dad makes his own hot sauce. We call it Papa Leo's Jet Fuel. And he like low-key could be like it could be $1 billion business if he actually like did something for it. But it's straight up peppers. Like he grows the peppers in the backyard and then like blends them. We had to get him his own special like jet fuel blender because you could never use that blender after he used it for the hot sauce. Like everything for the rest of your life, all the smoothies, everything would just be on fire. So it's probably it's the spiciest thing I think I've ever had.
Damn.
And then I did have these Pringles that were like extreme scorching hot. Like it was bad. Well, I ate one and I felt like I had a chemical burn on my tongue. Like it was, Ooh. Not really sure if that should have been.
Would you ever go on Hot Ones?
No.
Is it Hot Ones?
No. Is it? What is that?
That's that YouTube show where the guy
you have to eat something.
Up all the hot sauces.
No.
You got to eat a hot or a
no. I'm not doing those weird things where it's like, can you do like the 1 chip challenge and like, I'm not about to die for this. No, thank you. No.
And I never realized, like, I used to watch them and, or when I do watch them, because they'll just come up in the feed, you notice that, like, the actors or the celebrities that they have on will, like, literally lose their train of thought from the spice. Yeah. And after this Momofuku experience, I now understand why that happens. Because when the spice hits a certain level,
it burns everything, even your mind.
Even your mind is great, but it tastes so good. That's the weird part. Is you're like, You're
like, let me get some more though. Damn, I gotta try this. Okay, yep.
I'm so excited for you. Oh, I know you're gonna love it.
I'm gonna have to record my reaction because
Please.
We'll do it on the pod. We'll do it on the pod when I eat it.
Scallion. They have a scallion one. That's like no spice. Start with that one.
Okay.
Because that's the one I gave Apollo, and he like wants it every day now.
Okay.
He's like, that's.
But he doesn't eat spicy though, huh? Like he's not.
No, so that's the one with no spice.
Okay.
Like he was trying to try the one that nearly took my head off. But I just told him, I was like, you couldn't even handle half. He couldn't handle
it. My kids could handle it. Yeah, they're.
Well, then come on, Bailey. Come on,
I
Marla.
know.
Get
That's
into
why
that
I'm like really
spicy-
nervous. Like, no, like I can't order it to here, and then they're going to be wanting to eat.
Oh
They
no,
don't
they
give a
will love
damn.
it.
They will be wanting to eat it all the time, spice and all. Like they love spice. They will eat peppers, like straight up peppers. Like they don't care.
Oh, I just gave you a problem.
Yeah,
I just gave you a problem.
So I'm gonna have to order it when it only. Well, it's only in Canada, only at Papa Leo's house. I don't know.
Listen, Momofuku, if you're listening, we will gladly take complimentary cases of Momofuku just to help with
Take it off your
spreading-
hands.
Get off your hands. A couple cases.
A couple cases.
Who's counting?
A few measly cases.
Influencers.
Yeah.
New Year's Day came and went so fast and then faded away. What did you get up to?
Oh my god. So I literally did nothing. Like I was at home, binge watching Vanderpump Rules with the kids, super low key. I tried to do this, that stupid trend that everybody was doing with their kids, like where you put the countdown on. It's like 6 p.m. and they're like doing the countdown. 5, 4. My kids were not playing that shit. They were like, Alexa, what time is it? It's not even time. I was like, damn. But I was on with my sister and my dad on FaceTime, and they were doing we're going to do the East Coast countdown. And so I fell asleep. My sister was like, bitch, did you hear me? I said Happy New Year. I was like, oh, what? What time is it? I'm like, oh, okay. And then like Marley and Bailey were like playing. Like, I don't even know how they're still playing. It's midnight. And they were going strong. I just abandoned them. Like, okay, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Nope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
They
turn off the light.
Yep. They said,
off you go.
See you in 2020.
And they woke up at like 11 a.m. the next day. They did like a New Year's, like when I like was in college. Like they were just like living their best life, like staying up all night and then sleeping until 10, 11, 12 the next day. I could
Drinking
not.
apple martinellis.
Yep. I could not do it. I could not.
I stayed home, which I'm very happy I did.
Yeah.
This was by far the most chillest New Year's I think I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
Because last year we stayed home and chilled, but we had company over, which was great.
But it's not
right?
chilling. It's not staying home and chilling. Like you have to be on when you have people over. You still have to be on.
So fully chilled, and we, I just went onto YouTube and found last year's ball drop countdown and played that for Apollo before he had to go to bed, and he was like, what?
Yeah,
thinking it was 2024, and then so put him to bed, went in front of the TV. I think I watched a really bad movie. I can't remember which one it was. It was a bad movie. It was bad enough that like Justin fell asleep and he was like, see you next year. I was like, all right,
bye.
And then I was on the phone with my brother who was having a party. And so that was kind of cool to like, I mean, I felt like I was interrupting the party, but I was just talking to everyone at the party. So they were just passing the Facebook or the
freaking
FaceTime
life
around.
of the party on FaceTime.
Yeah. And then my cousins were all in town and they had gone out to a friend's place and they asked me to go and join them. But I was like, I'm staying home. Like, this is great right now.
Yeah.
But I was talking to them and they were doing tarot card readings.
Oh.
Which I'm doing this every single New Year's Eve.
I never heard of anybody do it. Like, I didn't know it was the thing to do it on New Year's Eve, but it makes sense.
It makes sense.
When else? If not, then when?
Where do you come up with
I don't even know.
Oh my gosh. If not, then when? I was so excited. Let me tell you, it woke me up. Like it was around, because it was right after midnight. I gave them a call. I was like, hey, Happy New Year. Da, da, da. And they were like, oh, do you want a reading? And I was like, of what? And then they started doing it. And it like set me off. Because just imagine, there's a room full of women, all my cousins, and they were like pumping me up with so much support.
I love being this.
Like, this is gonna happen for you next year, and da 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 da. And they were just like, "You got this, and I got you, and you got this." And it was just like this, like, I don't know if seance is the word, but it just felt like this room of positivity.
Not you over there, red as a feather, stiff as a board, via FaceTime.
But it made me feel so good. And meanwhile, Justin was sleeping, so when he woke up to like finally make our way to the bed, he was like, seeing my face, like I was like glowing.
Happened to you?
So happy. Yeah, I was like, it's 2024. So that was my New Year. And then the next day, so I had grilled PB&J to just like end the year. But then the next day we went for dim sum with his family.
I've never done a grilled PB&J. What? This sounds delicious. Okay, anyways, sorry, continue.
Listen,
No, I'm
get
about to do it. I'm
into
about to make one tonight. This is, yeah.
your children. You have another problem. That's another
Yeah.
problem. You'll never go back to plain untoasted. So
Then you went to dim sum.
went for dim sum, then went to cheer on one of my cousins who was doing I'll give her a big shout out, Melissa. She was doing the polar bear swim.
Oh my God! She
I'd never
did
been
it!
before. She did it.
No.
I'd never been before. Mind you, she is absolutely nuts. Because you know what she did? She did the polar bear swim and then went straight to the airport. We dropped her off, went straight to the airport, hopped on a plane, went to Toronto, went back home.
She could have done just walked outside and threw some water on herself, and that's polar bear enough in Toronto, like
for sure. But she decided, she was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it
for
here.
her.
And she did it. And she went and here's my thing with the polar bear swim. It's more like a polar bear plunge.
Well, it's a dip. Yeah, it's not a swim.
The hardcore folks with the pins, like from every year, they're in their 104th year.
Oh, couldn't be me.
Of this,
I don't even want to do 4. I don't even want to do 1.
I'm doing it next year.
I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines because, won't be me. I'm doing
it next year, but now I'm fully aware of what you have to do to prepare the best possible experience. Like her feet were freezing, so I'm definitely wearing those. What is this, like wet shoes?
Yeah,
like
the water shoes.
Water shoes. I'm wearing those. Is that cheating? Who knows?
I think that's cheating. I was gonna say, like, when you're gonna put on a wetsuit, like.
Well, no, I'm not putting on a wetsuit.
Well, then what's the difference?
Said he was putting on a wetsuit. No, just on my feet, so my feet don't touch all the
cold.
There's shit on the ground.
Oh,
there's stuff on the ground.
Girl, put on some Crocs. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's cool. But I'm gonna actually swim. I'm not gonna be a cheater and just go in there and be like, and then run out. But
I saw lots of people doing it in their pools.
You have to have a towel person.
Yeah,
for sure. And then you have to have an
the
area
hot blanket or something.
Change.
Yeah, because you can't stay in the.
No, and they have like a heating lounge, which is like 15,000 feet away. So just to make it there, it's like a journey.
Yeah,
going through all the people. And then they have the washrooms, which are disgusting because
everybody's like wet and changing too. Like no,
it's gross. But what I did appreciate, which thank you to the city, they had these bikes everywhere, like tricycles with coffee and hot chocolate, and like all this stuff,
like a warming station.
It was amazing.
Just a mobile warming station.
Yes, and then they had a stage, which I don't know if they just started doing this. They had a stage playing like
music,
the top 40. Yes. So you were getting pumped. Like I thought I was going to jump in. I was like, okay, Katy Perry, I hear you. I'm with this. Like it was going off. Like I was singing. At one point, Justin turns to me and he goes, I would go to Miami to watch Pitbull. Like, because we were like, through fireball. Like we were just getting into it. And yeah, I definitely see I get why people do it.
Yeah.
It really, like, you can tell that it really sets people off into the new year in the best way. So I was proud of her.
I don't wish to enter the new year frozen, but I do like the tarot cards. I'm down for that.
The tarot cards was fuego. They did have a person who said that the water was 8 degrees and the temperature on land was 6 degrees. Not sure if I believe that.
I feel like the water's colder than 8. That 8 degrees sounds warm. Like, what do you mean it's 6 degrees outside?
Yeah, they're lying, right? That's a lie.
They need to stop.
The sun was out, though. It was a very glorious.
It was fucking -5 in the water and like 8 degrees on land. Celsius for you Americans. That's just very cold.
Yes, we need to always have that translation.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
No.
I will say, so for those of you guys that used to watch like Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper do like the countdown like on CNN for like New Year's, I guess like a little while ago they basically told them that they couldn't drink anymore during it because like people were getting freaking lit. This year they brought back the drinking. It was fucking amazing. The most so that
was clear. That clear glass was like a gin
every
and tonic.
Hour it was just so much fun. And then of course I'm watching this on my TV while I'm on FaceTime with my sister and Papa Leo. And Papa Leo was like dying. Like, but the cats are just there. Like, he had so many questions about the cats, which we all had the same questions. And then Anderson Cooper was like asking all the questions about the cats too. Like, I don't think is that like, did they pass the health like department thing? Like, the cats are just there. Like, freaking cats just everywhere. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It was the best thing ever. It was like the highlight of my New Year's Eve.
He has the best laugh. I saw a clip of it on Instagram.
Is even better.
So
oh
good.
my god, it's so funny.
But you just put me on because I did not know that they brought back drinking. I thought they were still doing the like sober New Year's thing.
No, no, they're not.
They need to bring back Don Lemon because he really
they were so fun, like just the best. We need to start a petition. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we're in the new year, and you, my friend, are a fitness enthusiast, to say the least.
I'm a fitness professional at that, but yes.
Yes. And professional and guru and goddess, all of the titles. Let's bring them out. How do you feel around this time of the year? Because let me just break it down for you real quick. I have been wandering these social media streets, and the amount of TikTok videos or just videos where the memes where the one that got me the most, and you probably saw it, was the guy who clearly looks like he's in the fitness world, walks into his gym and the whatever caption says, "I hate this time of the year," and he walks into his gym and it's just chaos. Like, people are hanging off the bars.
Yeah. I know the one.
And he's just like, "Oh dear goodness, like, I need to get out of here." And it's just an attack on the newcomers. And I am technically in the newcomer category because I am the person every year that I don't necessarily get the gym membership, but I definitely like kick off my
you get the bug.
Okay, now to get into it, right? And so how does that make you feel? And do you lose your ish on anyone?
No. So again, like, for you new people, I am a fitness professional. I'm a certified trainer since 2007. Like, I started my career in the fitness industry as a trainer. I've worked in the US and Canada, like big box gyms, small gyms, own my own training business. That being said, I've spent many a new year as like, the trainer in the gym. Like, you're literally like the lion, like hunting for the gazelle, like your new prey, because people are coming in, right? But
yes,
I've also been on the opposite side of where, when we moved to Atlanta and then the pandemic hit, I went from like teaching classes in a gym to then like everything's now we're at home. So it had been almost 2, 3, almost 4 years before like that I had actually been inside of a gym. So I have been on the other side where you're now like returning to the gym for the first time and like feeling like that new person vibes. I think that there's just like some etiquette tips. So here's like the Izzy the Trainer, like etiquette tips for the fitness.
We know you guys love our etiquette tips.
You know you love the etiquette tips. Here are the fitness etiquette tips. If you're a new person to the gym, number 1 is don't feel intimidated. Go in with a I don't give a fuck mentality. Like, don't worry about if people are looking at you, if people are going to like be wondering what you're doing, and don't be afraid to ask for help. A lot of these gyms, when you sign up, they do offer like complimentary like intro sessions for personal training, whether it's just like a quick like, tour on how to use a few pieces of equipment, or whether they're going to take your body fat and do the whole thing. Take advantage of it. If it's free, it's for me. So take advantage of it. Get the little mini session with the trainer, get oriented. There's a ton of fitness apps out there that offer free trials too, where you can literally watch a video and go through a workout.
Ooh, that's a good one, because I forgot about the apps.
Yeah, the apps are hot, and they'll help you. It's a good way to navigate through the gym. Always know that if something you're needing to use in your workout is being taken, it doesn't have to derail your workout. Move on to something else, come back when it's free, or just do something with a body weight or like a free weight. If you don't know what to do to replace an exercise, we know you're in the gym with your phone. Do a quick Google. What's an alternate for a bicep curl with whatever's available? Dumbbells, barbell, cable machine, whatever, so that you can continue moving. Group fitness is also another way to get oriented into the gym, especially the classes.
I like that.
Now you might think like, oh, I'm not a yoga person. I'm not this. I'm not a yoga person either. I cannot go in and zen out. So those classes are not for me, but there's a ton of different variety of classes that each gym offers. So go in and try like a HIIT training class or whatever. Come in a few minutes early.
Yes.
Let the instructor know, hey, I'm new, haven't done this before. They can give you some tips, and they'll be mindful to give you extra tips and extra cues throughout the class if they feel like you're lost because you are new. So don't be afraid to let people know that you're new. The biggest thing, whether you're returning to the gym, whether you're an OG gym person, whether you're first time person, if you use the weight, rack that shit up after. What does that mean? It means put that shit back where it's supposed to go, not where you found it. I don't mean you found a set of 5 pounds in the middle of the gym floor. If they're dumbbells and you're finished using them, go return them to the dumbbell section. And most gyms have it labeled, this is where the 5 pounds go. Boop, pop them there. The worst thing.
Would you say that that's the number one?
That's the number one thing. And it hinders everybody. It hinders the OG people. It hinders the new people. It hinders everybody because when you go to look for something and it's not there, now you're like, oh shit, like, so there's no 5 pounds. Now you either have to go up or go down or switch to another exercise. A lot of the times, those weights are available. Somebody just didn't put them away.
Ooh. And now a big complaint that I saw as well is that we newcomers tend to hog the treadmill. What is the cardinal or general consent rule when it comes to the treadmill? Because we do feel like that's where the magic happens, getting our heart rate up and all that stuff. But like,
depending on what your fitness goal is, I mean, when you're depending on what your fitness goal is, like you don't have to be a slave to cardio equipment. Honestly, like you don't have to be a cardio bunny. Most of the time, a lot of the big gyms will have signs out, but like the rule is typically 20 minutes when people are waiting for a machine. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But
I broke that
But
rule.
also on the flip side is don't be tied to only using one piece of cardio equipment for your workout as well. If there's no treadmills, guess what? You can go to the elliptical and you can still, to me, the elliptical is a better workout than the treadmill. There's less wear and tear. There's no wear and tear on the joints as there is when you're running on the treadmill. So you literally could be going and running on the elliptical. You don't even have to hold on to the handles if you don't want to. You can hold on to it, but it's like a running motion without the impact of your knees and your ankles and your hip joints being mangled because you're running on the treadmill.
Okay,
you can also,
everyone listening,
and then
you're getting this
the
free
last
advice
little
right
nugget
here.
I'm going to drop for you is you can also split up your cardio as well. If you don't, let's say you're starting out, you're like, I'm committing to doing 30 minutes of cardio every day for 5 days a week or whatever. Doesn't all have to be 30 minutes on the treadmill. You can split it up. You can hit 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. It's an easier way to break it up and get it done without being bored.
Yo, I'm sorry. Ring the alarm. These are better tips than anything I've ever seen, read, or heard about. What?
Yeah.
Subscribe, everyone listening.
But at the end of the day, just know everybody's at the gym to better themselves, right? So get your ass to the gym, do what you went there to do, and then keep doing it and just stay consistent. Plan a time. Don't just like wake up and be willy-nilly. Plan a time. If you know you can only go in the morning before before work or after you drop your kids to school, or if you can only go in the evening, make sure you have a set time. I'm going to the gym at this time today. And then when that time comes, get there.
Thank you so much for this. I have one last question that's a little bit more detailed. So I am slight germaphobe. I tend to overclean.
Okay.
What is like the bare stat? Okay, so if I'll give you an example. I'm using the what is this? The butterfly?
Yeah. The chest fly
thing, right?
The pec
That's
deck
one that I imagine
machine
should be wiped out.
Yeah.
Now, is it the wipe down before and after with a spray? Do you spray into the cloth? Are you allowed to spray onto the equipment? Like, I know there's someone out there thinking about this question as well. So we need to hear from you.
Again, it's January, gyms are packed. Couple different things that you can do in this situation. Number one, I am a sweaty freaking person. So I like to bring a towel. And I will put, if I am like laying down or something, I'll put the towel down first. And then I will lay down on the towel. Or if, you know, I'm at the pec deck machine, I'm going to put it on the seat part behind me and go back. It's up to you and how much you trust other people. And whether or not you feel they wiped it down afterwards, whether you want to, you know, wipe it before or just after. At my gym, there's no spray anywhere. So they do there's no spray anywhere. They do have some stations where they have like the wipes where you can pull up. But I also have started bringing, like, I just have my little pack of Clorox wipes that I bring and I just wipe it down after myself. And then that's easy. I don't have to go searching for wipes for the spray. And then, you know, it's just a whole thing. So you can bring your own thing. You can bring, you know, your own little spray, little towel. But yeah, good rule of thumb is, I mean, for the most part, you can spray the equipment and then wipe it down.
Are you able to give us the 411 on which machine is the nastiest?
Oh, like the crustiest?
Yeah, like which one is the one where it's like, girl, you need to make sure.
The freaking benches. The benches are like the crustiest of the crusty machines. Like, and it's not even a machine. It's literally like a piece of equipment. It's just there, the bench, because people are lying down on them. People are putting, you know, sometimes you're doing a reverse exercise, so your chest is on it. Sometimes you're using it to step up, so you're stepping on it. Please just wipe the bench. God. Yeah, wipe the bench. The bench, like people, it's the bench and the dumbbells. And again, like being somebody who worked in a gym, when you had to like go and clean equipment, the dumbbells and the plates smell the worst. It's the worst smell ever in life. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. Wow. Is there anything else that we're missing when it comes to gym etiquette? I mean, I know do we have to say something? Like, is it like, are you done with that? Or like, can I get in on that? Like, what's the lingo?
So yeah, again, if you aren't sure and somebody's over there, you don't even have to talk. Like, you can kind of just like wave and point and say like, are you using this type of thing? People tell you yes or no. If they're saying yeah, and you notice that they're taking a long time in between exercises, you can always ask them, hey, can I work in? And that means like in between their sets, can you jump in and do your set?
Right.
Yeah. The worst thing is somebody that is taking, 2 minutes, 3 minutes between their sets of their exercises, and they're just chilling on the machine there, Instagramming, doing whatever until it's time for the next set. Like if you're taking longer than a minute, please just move off of the equipment and then go back to it, because then somebody else can jump in quickly.
And you know what bothers me with that too is the people, and I'm sure this is probably good for everyone's health and this is why they do it, but they do the circuit.
Yeah.
And so they're using multiple machines and you can't tell which one they're with and without until you're really watching them. And then you're like, well, okay, never mind.
Well, if they're not on it physically at that time, then you can work in. And if they're doing a circuit, then they're going to do other exercises in between. So they can come back and work in with you as well. But
have you ever had a beef with anyone?
A beef with anyone at a gym?
Yeah, like is there any drama? I've always wondered why there's a reality show of gym. Like
people couldn't handle it. That's why. There's a lot. We used to have this guy. It was like a slight beef, but then it turned out fine in the end. When I was teaching classes.
Oh my gosh, so you just kept seeing him and the beef was brewing? Okay.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, I was teaching body combat. So I had just come back to teaching after being off. Like I didn't teach combat. And for those of you, like body combat is like a mixed martial arts, like boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, capoeira conditioning class. It's a cardio class, but I couldn't teach it while I was pregnant. So I had just started coming back to take back over my Saturday class from, I had been out for 9 months. And so I guess this guy was taking the class prior to, and then when I came back to take it back. He was there. And we, on the Saturday mornings, like we used to like to do the class with the lights off. And it's, the gym is like all windows at the top at the back wall and then mirrors. So it's very bright already. So we'd keep it off. We're like, it's kind of like a back alley brawl, right? And he came in and like flipped the lights back on. And I was chatting with some of the members because they were like super excited that I was back. And I was like, oh my God, like what the heck? The lights are off. And so I went back to like turn it back off. And he came like sprinting across the room and was like yelling in my face and pointing his finger in my face. And like my freaking gym ride or die fam, like Dale was there. And I could see Dale like getting, like he's like balling up his fist. Like he was like not having it, right? Oh. And the guy was like, yeah, like I can't see. And if I slip on my sweat, it's you. I'm coming after you. I'm suing you. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, bro, if you can't see it, you can't see. We'll keep the lights on. Like, it's not that serious type of thing. And then, you know, we had class and then like he continued to come back to class and then he ended up being fine. And like he became a regular in my classes after that. But yeah, what? I wanted to punch it. It took everything in me not to like turn into Hood Rat Izzy and like karate chop him to the throat.
Hood Rat Izzy turns on, you better find the nearest exit.
Yeah. So yeah,
I can't believe
I thought Dale was about to turn into Hood Rat Dale too. Like Dale was getting ready to knock him out. Like, yeah. So I had to tell the front desk people, like, yeah, the guy just freaking went off on me. Like, so FYI.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
I would be very triggered in that moment.
What was really interesting was that he would come to the class all the time, stay in the back, but then like wouldn't even be doing what we were doing. Like we would be doing like kicking and he would be like shadow boxing in the air and like doing all this like other crazy shenanigans. Like, what class are you doing, bro? Like
he's in Thai. He's with Billy Blank.
Yeah, he was Billy somebody. Blanking out and doing something. But but he was there all the time. Yeah. With his
gyms to outfits. Me, I can feel how it would work for television, but I could also see how it would be impossible to capture the melodrama.
It's a lot of stuff that happens at the gyms. So there's like members got in, so somebody was roid raging out, threw a freaking dumbbell at the mirror and the mirror shattered. Like we came back and I was like, what is this? Like caution tape. The AC would go out and we would have like a physical, like huge, massive freaking pipe like in the middle of the room, like connected to some rogue air conditioner. Cause again, like this was Arizona, right? So it was like 120 degrees.
Holy goodness. Oh my God.
Somebody called in a bomb threat one time. They left a note in the locker room and said, TikTok. It was on a post-it. TikTok, TikTok, there's a bomb, TikTok. And I got to the gym and I had to teach, again, I was teaching combat. It was another combat class and all the ladies were in the parking lot. I was like, what the hell's going on? And they're like, there's a bomb threat. Like we had to evacuate. Can we do the class in the parking lot? No, we cannot because I'm not about to die for this shit. What? Get in your car and leave. What are you talking about? I'm ride or die, but I'm not trying to actually die. Let's ride out.
You're like, we're
riding today. Off we go. Yeah.
That is
hell of a
scary.
Place, the gym.
That is scary.
Yeah. They never found the person either, I don't think. Yeah.
Just the note.
Yeah. That's a whole nother podcast episode. Gym fuckery.
That is a whole, we can really, that could be a whole podcast.
That's a whole season because it's endless.
Why don't we just do that? Why don't we have a podcast where we just talk about gym?
It's endless. Like,
I think we might do it. I have a lot of people that would love to join in on that conversation.
Drop us your your burning gym questions. Nothing is off. Yes. Nothing is off limits. Drop your gym questions and we'll answer it next week.
Yes.
Yep.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. What did you watch over the break? You said Vanderpump Rules.
I have been binge watching Vanderpump Rules and I keep on I know I'm not going to catch up before the new season starts. Like there's just too many seasons, but yeah, that's another one. Like, they said when Lisa Vanderpump pitched this show to Andy Cohen, he didn't want to do it. He's like, oh, restaurants don't have enough. They don't have enough drama. And here you are. Like 7 million seasons in, just full of shenanigans. So when they shenan once, they're gonna shenan again. And off they are shenaning on this season. I'm on season 2. What are you watching?
Wow. I watched Buying Beverly with Mauricio
Umansky.
Umansky.
Yeah.
I mean, he's giving Clint, or what's that guy's name?
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
A run for his.
He really is.
Yeah.
Yo, Mauricio fine as hell.
He's up
And
there
he
with,
just came off of Dancing with the Stars too. He looks good.
He was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, he was on Dancing with the Stars. Yep, this past season. Mm-hmm.
I just love that he's got his whole family working. Everyone's getting the bag, and his daughter sold their family house, and people were, there was a little controversy, I guess, when the season first came out about hiring your kids and what you do if they don't meet the qualifications that everyone else has who are in the business already. But I also feel like if you hire your child and they slip, you have to be there to encourage them to get up and go again. Because if you're just telling them they can't, or you're firing them, then when or how will they continue the legacy?
You have to teach them the teachable moments like you would any other employee, but then you also have to pick them up and show them how to straighten their fucking crown and do better next time.
Exactly. And she did that. And now she sold 5 more properties over $5 million. So she's doing
she's not hurting for money.
Nope. So spread a little love. This year has just begun. And I'm going to hand it over to you because we spoke before the show and you explained to me the importance of this particular group of individuals that require the love right now more than ever. And please, without further ado, who am I referring to?
Yes, we want to spread a little love to the fitness industry staff. And I'm not talking about like the ones that get all the glory. I'm not necessarily talking about like the group fitness instructors or like the personal trainers that have like the sexy jobs, right? That everybody wants. I'm talking about the ones that are in there opening up the gym at the ass crack of dawn so you can get in there and do your treadmill for 30 minutes. The ones that are cleaning the actual equipment because people are crusty. The ones that are cleaning the bathrooms or have to clean the sauna after people are going in there and getting sweaty and like dripping sweat everywhere. Like those people are out there grinding. They're usually not making the most either. Just an extra thank you. Make sure you say hi to them. Bye. Ask them how their day's going. You know what they also love? Especially those early morning people? Starbucks gift cards. Drop them a $5. Starbucks, Timmy's, whatever. Pete's Coffee, whatever coffee you have in the area.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're out there. It's January. They're fighting for their motherfucking lives. And they're literally making sure the lights are on so you can come work out. So yeah.
I like how you said the simple thank you part because I find, and I'm guilty of this, but when I enter a gym, I lock in on the headphones and I'm silent. I don't even think I say a word.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm very much like to myself, the blinders come on, the whole thing. But just doing that, like taking that moment to pop the headphones out or earphones and earbuds and have that interaction goes a long ass way.
Yeah.
And who knows, there'll be a moment where they're going to return that smile and you really needed it at that moment. And it keeps you like, I just feel like we need to be more human sometimes. Yeah. And I love how you shared that as a way to spread love. It's just to acknowledge the people.
Brighten someone's day.
Because they are definitely, they are the unsung.
They are the unsung heroes. 1000%. Yeah.
Yeah. So for everyone listening, we wish you a wonderful January. Please don't be discouraged. Whatever your goals are, whatever your resolution is, whether you're just continuing to be who you were in 2023 or otherwise, stay with it. Whatever it is, we are rooting for you.
Stay with it and stay MUMGRY.
Stay MUMGRY. Thank you for listening.